Hello, and welcome to Tips for the Transition. I'm Maria Tomás-Keegan, life transition coach for professional women, and your host. Let's get right into our discussion. The title is Legally Speaking, Legal Resources and Human Elements. We're talking about this today because I personally felt very uncomfortable and a little scared about what I didn't know when it came to the legal matters around some of the transitions I've been through. And I hear this from my clients as well. What do we need to know when we're going through a divorce? Or we have lost a loved one and there's an estate to manage? Or we're preparing for retirement, just to name a few. My guest, Elizabeth Westby, is going to help us answer a few questions about this human journey into the legal realm. Elizabeth is an attorney who specializes in family law, estate planning, and probate. What strikes me as unique is that Elizabeth believes that as an attorney, her primary role is to be a resource for her clients, to guide them to make the best decisions for their particular situation. She's one of those caring attorneys who restores our faith in the legal system. So let's get her on now. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hello, Maria. Thank you very much for the kind introduction and for having me on today.
So you have mentioned to me in the past that you focus on what you call the human element of your cases. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So the best thing that a lawyer can do is to reassure the client. Let them know that theirs is not a unique problem. There is a solution, and there are options. So giving that reassurance to our professional woman, it empowers her. It prepares her to get through that crisis or that stage in life of whatever it is and move towards the next chapter, the next goal. Empowering especially a professional woman is so important because we feel that in our everyday lives. And to gain that in this scenario where we feel maybe very insecure about where we are or where we're going, it's critical. It's critical to build trust between the client and her attorney. It's critical to getting all the information the attorney needs. It's critical to solving the solution. So, that's really interesting. And I know we've talked about this before, you and I, but this job is just so much more than finding solutions to legal problems, right? It's about human problems, that the human problems lend themselves to legal issues. But ultimately, the legal issue is usually the easiest issue because it's factually based. The human problem is the challenge, and that's where the challenge lies. And two women with the exact same transition, let's say, and the exact same factual scenario could have very different courses that they're going to take through a legal scenario, and that's all dependent on their human state. So it's really funny, the complexity in every case is the human. It's her and working with her. But that's the part of my job that makes it so fun and so tangible and relatable. I can draw on my own experiences as a woman, as a professional, have been hurt or seen something bad in my life or experienced something that I didn't want to happen at all. That was all of a sudden right in my face. And being able to work around those scenarios with my client and get that human aspect is so important. And it really is where everything lies. The legal stuff is the easy stuff. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's interesting that you say that. The legal stuff is the easy stuff. The human journey it is complex. It is it's tricky sometimes, and it's probably because emotion is involved. And I know you've talked about that before, that when the emotion is involved, that there are every scenario becomes very different because everyone manages through that very differently.
Yes, and different scenarios mixed with different emotions um, have different solutions.
Yeah.
And I definitely believe that the individual will present themselves to you and their most important goals, even if they don't know that they're telling you that. And it's important to pick up on that so you can craft a solution for them.
Well, unfortunately, our time has come to the end here. We try to keep these videos pretty short and consumable for our listeners, but I know there's just a lot more we could share.
Yes.
And you and I could probably chat for hours, and we have. But I want to leave our listeners with the offer of your free gift to help them for their human journey into the legal realm. So to request your free gift from Elizabeth, please take note of the link at the bottom of the screen or click on it in the description below the video.
And if you have questions about it, I am again a resource.
That's great. Thank you so much for being with us today, Elizabeth. And thank you all, our listeners, for watching today. I hope there was at least one little aha moment or one tidbit of advice that you found that will help you better inform you on your journey. So I'd like to leave you with one more thought. Sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us on a direct path toward the best things that will happen for us in our lives. Till the next time, I'm Maria Tomás-Keegan.